Alright guys, it's Saturday and it is race day. Gee, we've got a lot of stakes races today, and I look at races at Caulfield and a few at Royal Randwick. Let's get straight through them, and we'll start off at Caulfield. We'll start off with race 4, which is the Highland Race Colours Autumn Stakes. I've got number 2, Amish Boy. Got barrier 6, Jamie Carr on board for this horse. It's the favourite in the race, currently backed at $3.80. I think it'll go extremely well. And a horse that could beat him is number 9, I'm Thunderstruck. It's got barrier 4, Michael D on board. And I'm Thunderstruck is the second backed favourite. It's close. He's just at $4, so just 20 cents apart, separating Amish Boy and I'm Thunderstruck on the odds. If you want to look at another horse in the race instead of the two favourites, I'd go with number 3, Young Werther, who's got barrier 9. I think he'll have a good run. I reckon he'll get a place, but if I needed to choose a winner, I'd go with I'm Thunderstruck, the second heavily backed favourite. Race 5 is the Group 3 Kevin Hayes Stakes. It's a 1,200 metre race. I've got number 1, La Mexicana, who's got barrier 1. Car on board again for this horse. Now, this horse won on the 26th of January at Caulfield. It had barrier 1. Jamie Carr was on board. The only thing was it was a 1,100 metre race. I reckon she's got the extra 100 metres in her to get a solid win. I also like the looks of number 4, Mr. Vinum. Got barrier for 1,400 metre race at Caulfield on the 30th of January. She finished second to Vespertine. Mr. Vinum, she's currently at $21. Long odds for this horse, but I think she's better than that. I think the odds should be, lower, as she is a good horse. Hopefully, she can prove herself on the field today and get a win or at least a place. I'm hoping for at least second. Race 6 is the Clanbrook TS Carlion Cup. I've got number 5, Harlem, barrier 10, John McNeil on board. It's a Great Britain horse. It's a 9-year-old gelding, Harlem, an oldie. It's the oldest horse in this race. I think Harlem will go well. I've got number 6, Best of Days, barrier 8, Damien Oliver on board. It's the favourite. Also a horse from Great Britain, 7-year-old gelding, currently backed at $4.80. And my third horse for this race is number 7, Miami Bound. Beautiful 4-year-old girl. Jamie Carr on board for another horse today. Miami Bound's got barrier 2. It's a New Zealand horse. So I think these 3 horses will go well. You just look at the horses, they're strong horses. You look at the jockeys. They're 3 of the best in the business. John McNeil, Damien Oliver, Jamie Carr. I think all these 3 horses will go well. If I needed to choose a winner, I'd go with maybe Miami Bound, but it's going to be hard to beat Best of Days, the favourite. Race 7 is the Jeffrey Balmain Stakes. Got number 1, Probable, New Zealand horse, barrier 11, Damien Lane on board. I think Damien will get him over for a strong win. If not Probable, I've got number 4, Bands on Fire, who's got barrier 7. I think he'll go well for at least a place, but you never know. He could pick Probable and get the win. Race 8 is the CF All Stakes. Got number 6, Imaging, who's got barrier 8, Craig Williams on board. I've also got number 7, Blaze Jowski, who's got barrier 1, Mark Zara on board. Blaze Jowski had a great win on Australia Day a couple of weeks back on the 26th of Jan. And it was at good odds as well. So I reckon Blaze Jowski will have a great run. I've also got number 9, Sovereign Award, who's got barrier 5, Damien Oliver on board for Sovereign Award. Obviously, Danny O'Brien, the trainer. Or I've chucked him in there, number 10, Crosshaven. Barrier 4, Daniel Stackhouse on board. Crosshaven's the second backed favourite. I didn't put in Sir Dragonite. I just look at his form. He won the Cox Plate, 3,000. He won the Cox Plate. You know, and I just think, no, I'm not choosing it. As much as I think he'll go well, these are my 4 selections. 4 Sovereign Award, actually. Before he had a spell for 14 weeks last year, he won all 3 of his last, her last 3 races. So I think, you know, she'll go well if she's back into form, if she's back in it. And, yeah, I reckon she might get the win. So those are my 4 horses for the CF Stakes. You might want to take a first 4 on that one. Race 9 is the Schweppes Rubiton Stakes. I've got number 7, How Romantic. J Mac on board, John McNeil. Barrier 7, Kieran Maher, David Eustace, the trainers for this horse. I think How Romantic will go extremely well. But if I needed to choose a winner in this race, it'll be number 10, Sword of Mercy. Barrier 4, Matthew Ellerton and Simon Zara, the trainers. Damien Lane on board as the jockey. On the 2nd of Jan, it won at Caulfield in a 1,100 metre race. I think Sword of Mercy is going to go extremely well and get a solid win to finish off the races at Caulfield. We move on to Royal Randwick now. Race 6, the Eskimo Prince Stakes. Got number 1, Peltzer, Barrier 10. And I've also got number 2, Prague, who's got Barrier 8. Both these horses are going to go really well. If I needed to choose a winner, I'd go with Peltzer. You know, both these horses are 3-year-old boys, and I think they're going to have a great finish to the race. Race 7 is the English 3-year-old sprint. I've only got 1 horse for this one, and it's number 1, Ole Kirk. Barrier 7, favourite, $2.45 are the odds on this horse currently. James McDonald on board. He's going to go well. I'm pretty sure he's going to have a solid win. You know, these odds, well, they're $1 over what I'm thinking about, but it takes me back to when Winks was racing in the Cox Plate, $1.85, around that mark. I like Kirk. He's just a sensational horse, and he'll have a really strong win, I believe. Race 8 is the Gardenia Handicap, and I've got number 2, Shared Ambition, who's an Irish horse, who's got Barrier 7. It's a 5-year-old gelding. And I've also got number 3, Order Again, New Zealand horse, who's got Barrier 5, and it's a 7-year-old gelding. She's 2 years older than Shared Ambition. Both these horses are trained by Chris Waller, so I think he's got a good chance of pulling out a winner in this race. These aren't the only 2 horses in the race for Chris. He's also got 2 New Zealand big roughies, number 4, the Lord Mayor, and number 6, Herringor. So, these 4 horses will go well, but those 2, Shared Ambition and Order Again, I think will have the more likely chance of winning. Guys, hope you got something out of those tips. You know, if you are taking a punt today, please gamble responsibly, and good luck to you.